Hey guys, haven't gone live for a while, so I thought I'd just pop on here and oh, the sun just came out and it is warm. Wow, I may have to go inside. It's amazing, when that sun comes out. When the sun's not out, it's like, wow, it's very cold still. Got some chilly winds. Even down in Ashland 2 days ago, you could feel the cool wind. It's interesting weather. That Arctic, whatever it is, jet stream that kept the cold stuff up there and the warmer stuff down here has definitely shifted. That membrane is more permeable. Okay, I'm just going to point the phone at the ceiling as I walk into the house. But yeah, I just want to get into a little bit of the things kind of that are going on the planet, the different ascension symptoms, and the different, we're going through a different cycle right now. It's a very special cycle. It's a very beautiful, beautiful healing that's occurring right now. It's really connected with the yin organs. And so if we think of our yin organs, right, our heart, our spleen, our small intestine, our kidneys, and our liver, right? This is the yin organs. Let's see how many. 1, heart. 2, spleen. 3, small intestine. 4, kidney. 5, liver. So these 5 beautiful yin organs are going through a huge healing right now. And so, it's interesting as we move into the sign of Cancer coming up here pretty soon. The waters, we're really in a time of the healing of the waters of the earth. And the beautiful power and healing that comes from the waters as they flow naturally. And I wrote a little song, just kind of walking by the stream near our house, Johnson Creek. I'm going to sing that for you guys because it's kind of the theme of water running in its proper direction, right? With no damming, no interference. We see the water flowing down towards the ocean. Hi, Troy. Nice to see you here, sweetie. And so, the river, she flows downstream. The river, she flows like a dream, flowing with the force of gravity. The river, she flows wild and free. River, flow through me. So we feel when water is moving in its natural flow, uninterfered with by any manipulation of hydroelectric dams, right? Even the word damming is an interesting, it gives a clue to this mistake. A dam is really blocking the natural flow, the krystic flow of the waters, right? And there's a certain power and a polarity and a spin in the subatomic particles in water that's moving freely and wildly. And water that is dammed, it interferes with the polarity. And it interferes with the sacred marriage within the water molecules and harnesses that water into a flow that does not support life anywhere near as much as the krystic flow of that free water. Water, water, cleanse and purify me. Water, water, set my spirit free. My smile lives in the cool, clear waters running free. Come flow through me. This is an Alexa Sunshine Rose song called Water. Beautiful, beautiful. It's on her album, what is that album? I think it's called the Waters of the Flowers. It's a yellow album cover. Anyway, Alexa Sunshine Rose. Beautiful, beautiful water songs. So, yeah, our beautiful family that we're kind of housing right now, going through a lot of changes, changing houses, grieving losses, a lot of tears flowing, a lot of deep emotions being shed. And how are you, Troy? What's new with you, sweetie? We should Zoom and catch up. Yeah, I just got back from a road trip down to California, and it was powerful and beautiful. I always have a lot of challenge sleeping. Sleeping is like an extreme sport, which I really haven't mastered yet. It's whatever's being cleared in the astral layers is so intense sometimes that my soul cannot get into the body. Covering the parameters of unity consciousness that I breathe into my body, it hits up against the fractures and the distortions, and it hits up against these gauntlets in my kundalini, and then I'm just thrown out of my body, can't sleep. So for about a month, I haven't had more than 2 good nights sleep in this last month, and it's really, oh God, I shouldn't laugh. It's really affecting me. Like today, I'm just like, well, there's no cognitive task that I can really do because I'm just kind of floating in this weird shamanic dream space between sleep and wakefulness that happens when you don't have deep stage or REM sleep. But yeah, we are especially the daughters of the Mary Magdalene line, the daughters from Andromeda that carry the ruby sun genetics. I'm not going to get this right now. The ruby sun genetics and the line of the rose, and so many in female bodies are processing these core real sexual misery programs and the depravity of what was done to the sexual organs through satanic ritual abuse to actually eliminate the life force of the Christ and bring on a force that could be harnessed, right? This is when we lost the living light. This is when we lost our immortality. All of this was done through the abuse of the sexual organs. We lost our immortality. So we're getting that back. We're reclaiming the sexual organs and the yin organs in the body, right? Which I talked about, the heart, the spleen, the small intestine, the kidneys, and the liver, the yin organs. They're all being re-encrypted with the constellation in the stars that they connect to. And so the organs are getting back their souls. It's really interesting. Lisa Renee explained to us that every organ has a soul, just like every human body has a soul, right? But these souls were taken out of the organ through these incredibly horrific abuses, which I skipped that part of the class. I was like, I'm skipping this. I don't want to hear it. But we know that we once had an immortal body that had organs with souls in them that directly connected to the constellations in the stars and plugged us into a living grid system of eternal life. And so in order to ruin that grid system, a lot of things had to happen. So as now we are reclaiming this immortal grid, we're reclaiming this grid of living light. It's and as we do, we have to feel the grief of how we lost this grid, right? Especially those that are in the rose lineage of Mary Magdalene, the Andromedan, the family of Yeshua, right? That we're the ones that are processing that. So if you're in that family, yeah, we are really processing some heavy duty memories of abuse. And the sexual organs are going through a massive healing right now. So, if you have blisters, if you have pain, if you have an interruption of your sexual activity, which that's what's happening to me, everything has to be reborn in innocence. In every way that sex was not connected to love has to be fully reconnected to divine love. And so everything's on hiatus right now. Yeah, Troy, you say you're part of the Rose line. Yeah, of course. Yes, because we are so connected. So of course you are. Yeah. So I'm just popping on here to kind of give this a little bit of intel, because in our group class we were doing a big healing on this. So for all of, may sexuality return to innocence. May the sacred marriage of the krystic flows be restored through the beautiful spin of the unadulterated communion of the masculine and the feminine, the electro and the magnetic, the connection from Holy Father, which is 2 miles above our head. The star dome is starting to form 2 miles above our heads. And the same star dome is forming for the feminine 2 miles into the earth core. And so as this Holy Father, like spiral armed star galactic star dome thing, Lisa described it in a really beautiful way, is forming 2 miles above the head, 2 miles down into the earth. We've got the Holy Mother star dome spiraling. She's spiraling in and he's spiraling out. And in that communion of their two spirals, which happens in the central vertical column, they join in the human body, they join in the earth body, right? This creates a super magnetism. Isn't that a cool word? Super magnetism. This creates a super magnetism, which enables the Holy Mother Code from Andromeda to begin full penetration of all physicality and begin resurrecting everything trapped in satanic code back to the krystic code. So we're in a time where the mother is taking the earth back to her love. The mother in Andromeda, the higher self of the earth. The mother to daughter codes that are coming from Andromeda to the earth, that are coming from this super magnetism of the Holy Mother, right? Because we're on a feminine planet. This is a Holy Mother-daughter exchange that's occurring. And of course, I'm speaking, the daughter is the whole human race, right? It's not just the females. Although the females are the ones that are really going through these sexual healings of their organs more than anything. Yep. Oh, so it's a powerful time, and it's also a time where there's just a lot of grief and distortion and sleeplessness and restlessness and weeping that you don't know why you're weeping. You know, you're just, why am I weeping? It's like my friend's like, I've been crying nonstop for the last month, you know, just like with a few little breaks. And you don't even know, like, what am I weeping for? And it's because when we reclaim something that's been lost, we must go out through the same doorway, right, of that loss that so think about it, right? We lost all these body parts to all these abuses and these distortions, and we went through a door and fell into a dead light code planet, right? And so as the planet is getting her living light back, we have to go through that same doorway of all the losses. Again, especially if you're on the Rose line, a lot of people are not going to be feeling the depths of this, and that's okay. You know, our line was the line that was attacked the most brutally, right? Because we carried the krystic code, and we were the biggest threat in order for negative aliens to take over this planet and siphon energy from the human race to stay immortal and to use us as, you know, gasoline. They had to kill the living light code. They had to destroy it. They had to find ways to cut it off from itself. And so they did that through this sexual organ abuse. And satanic ritual abuse. I don't even like saying these words. They're so hard to stomach and to grasp, you know, that these things were done. But the great news is that we are in this reclamation. The mother is taking back the planet for the living light, for the honoring of all sacred sexuality, for the gender balance and the spin of the masculine and feminine, for the holy sacred marriage between Divine Mother and Divine Father that enables this superconductive flow of the resurrection frequency, which really we're bringing deadness back to life. You know, it's kind of resurrection. We are resurrecting all inorganic, distorted code into the organic living light with the mother's super magnetism, which comes through this union of Holy Father and Holy Mother. Just feeling that beautiful father energy coming down from 2 miles above the head. Drawing that beautiful lilac purple flame, the purple merlion of the Holy Father, the aqua purple lion of the Holy Father, coming down through the central vertical column. And then now going down below your feet, deep into the earth, 2 miles down, seeing a great star dome forming, deep in that core, and that spiraling from outside to inside. Masculine spirals from inside to outside, right? They come together in the 0 point of perfect polarity integration, perfect neutrality. And through this great Antakarana bridge of our central vertical column, just imagine these 3 strands of color, the gold, the turquoise, and the magenta, our triple flame, this beautiful braid. This is where the mother and the father join, is in this beautiful braid of our central vertical column, right here. And this creates that super magnetism, which enables the resurrection and the correction of everything that's been distorted, everything that's been fragmented or locked out of embodiment is able to embody through this super magnetism. Embody as one breath, as one love, as one heart, as one fluid, solar krystic, rainbow dragon breath moving through the body. And here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Little darling, the solar Christ rainbow dragons are returning. Father dragon above our head, and mother dragon deep in the core of the earth. They are bringing a brand new birth of resurrection. The living light returning for all creation. The waters, right? All the waters of the earth restored to their natural flows. All the dams have to come off. Every dam on this earth will come off as the mother reclaims her daughter. You know, it's like somebody was telling me there's a big flood in Yellowstone right now. A big flood. And I can't help but wonder if this is connected with, you know, the waters, the restoration of the waters. Just want to show you the beauty of the garden and just the beauty of today. Isn't it a beautiful day? My garden's so overgrown. I have a few perennials that come every year, but holy cow, my physical strength just doesn't have the strength to garden, but maybe someday. Anyway, just a little glimpse of the yard and everything. So I hope this kind of answers maybe some of the questions of maybe some symptoms that you may be having, and especially with sexual organs, especially with your yin organs, your heart, your liver, your kidney, your spleen. your small intestine. All of these are going through a major overhaul right now. And just if you're having trouble sleeping, understanding that in order to sleep, you have to embody. And in order to embody, sometimes we have to go through these sort of gauntlet fences of really gnarly frequency that throw us out of the body. And so no matter how many sleep aids, no matter what you do, it's just like, it's unbelievable the power of the repellents that is in these krystic bodies. Because they never wanted us to embody. They never wanted it to make us to make it through these frequency fences, right? If you think about everything being one, we set this up for ourselves, this whole incredible experience of descending into total distortion of light, and then finding our way back to embody through these, through these gauntlets of hatred and repellence and agony and grief, to get the krystic embodiment through those gates. I'm woken up like 5 times a night being kicked out because I hit another, repellence layer. I feel like a pizza that's like fractured on every pizza piece, right? And I have to melt all the fractures of separation consciousness before I can incarnate into the core of the pizza, which is my monadic identity. All of us are trying to get our monadic identities in here. And I tell you, it's one hell of a shattered motherfucking pizza. And yeah, I shouldn't say all of us, right? The first wave is really going through monadic embodiment right now. The second wave hasn't begun monadic embodiment. And the third wave, right, they haven't begun. We're path cutting monadic embodiment in the first wave. And it's basically like, what does Lisa say? The monad has 144,000 identities? No, that can't be right. I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm not even going to try. But there's a lot of identities in the monadic identity. The monadic body has the past lives that we've lived all the way up to the 9th dimensional frequency that carries every single one of those past lives. And it's not as many selves as the avatar body, because that's up at the 12th dimension. But it's a lot of selves. It's a lot of pizza slices that have to get in here. They showed me this big pizza. And a lot of the pieces are incompatible with each other. You might have one piece that vibrates just like Trump, and another piece that vibrates like somebody at a sacred music festival. Well, they don't like each other. So to get them to melt and merge, so that that one breath of embodiment can take us into sleep is a big deal. It's a big, big deal. So I just thought I'd share that. That's my process. It may not be yours. Oh, God. Okay. I think I will say goodbye. Maureen's here. Troy's here. Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Kelly's here. Do you guys, that was a lot of information, a lot of intel I just downloaded. I always welcome questions about these things. I have a massive amount of library of knowledge, inside me, and I love to share it. So if you have a question about ascension, about the yin organs, about whatever, just write it here, or you could even message me and ask me some questions. That's fine too. Oh, look at the bees are all over the lavender. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, let me just check and see if anybody has a question. Troy says, I'm doing okay. Lots of anxiety. Yeah. Yeah. So anxiety, right? So the best thing to do when you have anxiety is put your hands on your kidney points. Troy, I think we talked about it, right? It's right like underneath your collarbone, right where your bra strap would be on either side. You have your kidney points. This is the meridian of the kidneys, where it comes the closest to the surface. It's right here under the clavicle, under the shoulder, the collarbone. So you find the most sensitive spot on that kidney meridian. Again, you have your right side and your left side. And usually the pain, when you start feeling the pain, you'll start coming deeper into the body, and the anxiety will turn into grief. Usually that's what will happen when you get your hand on those kidney points, right? Another thing you can do is connect the kidney points to the brain points. So the brain points are right in the middle of each eyelid. So if I didn't have the phone right now, I'd have one hand taking care of the brain points up here and another hand taking care of the kidney points down here. And you rub those kidney points, rub them at their most sensitive place. This will bring you into the body. Every time. The pain might be really severe, but it will bring you right into the present. And you'll probably cry. That's what happens when I'm out of my body and I hit my kidney points, I cry. The physical pain can be big, but the emotional pain too, right? And then, of course, the breath. The breath is the greatest tool we have for calming. And, you know, for me, CBD can really help. A little CBD, a little chamomile tea, getting your bare feet on the earth. You know, if you're somewhere where you can't get on the earth, try to take your middle finger and really put it into your belly button, into your, you know, your umbilical, where your umbilical cord was. And ground down into the lower lobes of the lung, into the belly, right? And find a belly breath that connects to your heart. Try to connect your heart and your belly. My husband's calling me. I think I'll call him back. I'll send him a message. So connect your heart to your solar plexus, to your belly. The kids are getting out of school. Wow. There's some rambunctious energy. They're calling out to their friend. So connecting the heart to the solar plexus to the belly and attempting to feel like one river flowing from the heart to the solar plexus to the belly. I spend a lot of time with my finger in my belly button, just grounding that down to the earth. Also, alternate nose breathing can really help to bring us back, right? I think we hold up here. I usually do it with my other hand. I can't even remember I haven't done it for a while. Oh yeah, one's up here. One's on this nostril, right? So you're breathing in through the nostril and then out through the other nostril and then in, and then you pause and then out. And of course, staying away from stimulants, right? Like, as much as I love chocolate, that theobromine, it definitely kicks the body into a stimulus response, which is definitely not our ally when we're dealing with baseline anxiety, which of course I have been for 38 and a half years. So chocolate, I love it so much and I eat it almost every day, but you know, sometimes I just have to say no stimulants, right? Oh, Troy, you said I completely forgot that. Oh, cool. Well, you can go back to this video to help you remember. And so just, you know, breathing that nice breath and just saying, you're safe. I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm here holding you, right? So the mothering, right? We need the mother. We were severed from the mother on this planet. And especially those in the rose line. We just need the mother. And so we have to be that mother, even if we're not feeling it. We get to fake it till we make it, right? We get to show up as the mother for the child, right? And just take some sweet deep breaths. And of course, music. My gosh, if you guys have Spotify, go to my playlists and just play some of the sweet, sweet songs I've got downloaded in my ambient playlist, some really sweet ones. in my sexual blossoming playlist, in my heart blossoming open. So many beautiful songs there. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'm going to call Frank back and just sending much love in this deep time, right? All of us are connected. All of us in our hearts, the great one heart of our human family and our core soul family. Everyone here very close to the core soul family, if not in the core soul family. The same one, I imagine. Just feeling the love that carries us through. Okay, ciao for now, and hope to connect in again sometime soon, and much love if you guys want to get in touch, or yeah, if you feel drawn, for any reason to get in touch, feel free, and have a great day or evening wherever you are. Okay, bye-bye.